Since I'm on a trend of taking old concepts and improving them, how about a discussion about risk and opportunity again, but on a broader scale? The Counter-Strike market is very lucrative, and you don't need to be a genius to make money. Most fall into it anyways. Considering most items in Counter-Strike get consumed or left in various inventories over time, the supply on the market decreases. Some are mostly forgotten, seeing very few transactions, while others maintain fairly high demand. By securing a desirable item, in theory, there's no way to lose money in this market. A market that seems to never fail long term seems too good to be true, but when you look at posts like this, maybe we just stumbled into the proper niche. Everything mentioned going forward will be focused around performance, not external factors like Valve removing skins, etc. If you are interested in that topic, I covered it in my complete investment guide. And one last prerequisite, this is not investment advice. The easiest way to lose money in CS is by buying into hype or market manipulation. I mean, we just saw it on the 8th when Antwerp capsules got removed. The Rocks Hollow has always had a ton of hype. Capsules get removed and FOMO begins. Next thing you know, prices are up 30% and people are actually buying at that price. For Antwerp, we had 2 whole months to gauge demand and make our purchases. How are people still buying into first day hype when we knew it would happen and we had 2 months to prepare for it? But that is exactly what hype does. When those numbers start going up, it's hard to resist. If you find yourself in this position, take a step back and look at your options. The end of this graph is pretty common to find in CS. Stupid banana foil. Katowice 2019. Any item that sees attention during summer hype. Cases in recent years. Operation stickers like the gold web foil. The list can go on and on. Some of these have recovered, some have not. Furia Hollows? Still a great looking sticker. This hype wasn't manufactured. But this is a $40 holo out of a capsule that only contains holos and foils, meaning it's relatively easy to obtain. In 2019, alongside the Katowice Major, we also saw Operation Shattered Web and the Shattered Web sticker collection. Everything was fine until these started popping up.
Oh, okay, gold web foil sticker. This one is cheap, 1.7 euro, but it's very rare to get, it seems. So this one I'm definitely gonna hold on to. I don't want to sell it now when it's so cheap.
Uh-oh, there's a lot of hype and prices are inflated. Money to be made? Absolutely. And even if you bought when Anomaly uploaded his video and the gold web foils saw their first big spike, there was still money to be made. But that is the risk of investing in hype. The biggest mistake I see people continue to make is buying into a player that is no longer in the scene. Pasha Biceps, Olaf Meister, Scream, Nitro, etc. I hope that one day everyone will understand that a player leaving the scene does not mean a 200% or higher rise in price is warranted. If you bought into the Stockholm 2021 hype when the sale first came, and you ignored all the other red flags that held other people back, you are very happy. I remember I sold my Challengers capsule at $1 Canadian, and I was happy with that profit because I thought it was just highly manipulated. Even the person that bought my capsule at $1, which generally would have been considered a bad time to buy because it's super hyped up, he more than doubled his money. He made a good gamble. There was a point in time where people thought Katowice 2015 stickers were too ugly to sustain high prices and that they were just being manipulated. Even if you purchased at a disadvantaged price at the time, if you continued holding, you have zero regrets. In situations like case drops, operation items, and major items, you always have an accumulation period to purchase cheap. You could technically be buying into hype like an RMR 2020 situation, or maybe like an Op Fade situation, but outside of anomalies, if you purchase during this period, you should be purchasing at the floor. There is risk with buying during these periods for various reasons. When it comes to major items, we don't know what the supply will be until the sale ends, and in an Antwerp situation, the sale went on much longer than we would have expected. Operation items can see inflated prices during a period where they are still available, like gold web foils and the op fade. But unlike buying into the hype, if you buy during this period, it's less about which price you purchase at and more about the long-term demand of an item. Any new item that can still be obtained is not profitable until it can prove itself. As simple as it sounds, you just need to look at a discussion about operation items to see how this plays out. Stickers? Well, which stickers? Skins? Which collection? Agents? Is it finally time for agents to be truly profitable? By purchasing when items are still available, you generally eliminate the risk of purchasing at an unfavorable price period, and you trade it for purchasing an item that may never see strong community interest or application rate over time. Now here's what I consider the advantage. Let's look at a worst case scenario like RMR 2020. If we take the worst performing capsule, which at this point in time is a tie between challengers and contenders, we can see that prices are still down from the original purchase price. Considering capsules went on sale for 25 cents USD, and prices are currently at 18 cents USD. This means you would have lost 28% of your investment if you ignored all of these signs that RMR was going to struggle and you didn't sell for profit when capsules were hyped. But what if we compare that to the people that bought into the hype that lasted for months? We can see up to 40% losses. If you regret your purchase like some did at the end of Antwerp with the sale lasting so unbelievably long, you have a way to get out. If you decide to hold past that initial period that gave you an exit, due to your original purchase price being so low, you are still operating with significantly less risk than someone that bought when prices started rising. But keep in mind, you can always buy these items off of third-party sites below the in-game Steam price, and that already gives you a head start. For me, with the recent failures in operation items, and the recent failures we have seen with major items, when these items are no longer available in the store, I call it quits, and when prices start to rise, I don't ask myself, what price should I get in? I hold and potentially sell what I already own, and I just stack older proven items like old major stickers, cases, and old operation skins. There are opportunities everywhere, but do you think the item that went up 50% in a few days is your best opportunity? I don't always stick to my rules though. Sometimes I will break my rule during certain periods in the market that give you an opportunity to buy relatively cheap if you're looking for them. Operations, new majors, and potentially an upcoming Source 2 update. My favorite use of this is generally operations. When an operation initially drops, there's a ton of hype around the new operation, and people spend money redeeming passes and purchasing stars. But there is a side effect to all of this. Some people will sell cases, some people sell some of their newer major stickers, some people sell their skins. And what do they do with that money? They put it into the new operation. They buy their stars, they buy their pass, they buy items they think they want. For both Riptide and Broken Fang, I used this period to buy clutch cases, and both times I have done this, I have seen a 20% profit within a few days. The greatest opportunity I missed recently was when the Antwerp major capsules dropped. Due to Antwerp looking so similar to Stockholm, there was massive panic. But maybe a little too much panic. If you bought a Stockholm 2021 Challengers capsule May 21st near the bottom, you would see 30% profit in a 3-day rebound. With the competitive scene returning back to normal and Valve's consistency with operations, we basically have 3 periods each year where various items may see significant price drops, and that would give you an opportunity to accumulate items you wish you bought more of when they were cheap. You could buy cases right now, or you could wait until the Rio Major or a new operation to drop and potentially purchase at a much better price that could be held long term or flipped. This is my own internal battle, and I decided that I will not be buying more cases until there is an event to stir up the market. If the case prices don't fall, then demand is so high, I have no reason not to stack my storage units. If prices do fall, I'm happy I didn't bite the bullet back in early August. If you are someone that doesn't want to be watching market trends consistently and isn't aiming for that magical 100% profit overnight spike, why not take a step back and purchase proven items? Glove cases, Phoenix cases, Katowice 2015 stickers, Cologne 2014 stickers, Operation Shattered Web skins, potentially battle scarred hollows. The list goes on and on. There are thousands of items in this market. What's exciting about purchasing a new item is that you can see insane returns in a short period of time, much like the Stockholm 2021 Challengers capsules, which are up 700% in just a few short months. But what isn't exciting is getting it wrong. By purchasing older items that have been around for years, you already have a general idea of how the future will play out. Glove cases will continue being unboxed. Katowice 2015 stickers will continue being applied. Old Operation skins will continue to attract those looking for profitable trade-ups or a unique expensive skin. The dream of seeing insane profit in a short period of time can generally be wiped away, but so can the risk of almost losing it all. I took a look at my inventory and tallied up some percentages, and personally, I like where I sit. All of these numbers will be out of my estimated total inventory value. Operation skins, Shattered Web or older, 8%. Major stickers, Katowice 2019 and older, 46%. Cases not currently in the active drop pool, 4%. I wish I had a few more cases, but I sold them during the last spike and I purchased Antwerp Major items instead. And that brings me on to newer items that I do gamble on. Antwerp Major, 7%. Stockholm Major, 9%. Cases still in the active drop pool, 9%. And that 9% for cases only exists because the prices are so high. I doubt that this will last because fracture cases just doubled in price and they are actively dropping, but we shall see. I would shuffle some of these values around if I could, but having a distribution like 25% newer items that could fail, could succeed, and 75% in skins and much more secure older items seems like a good balance. But I understand that everyone's situation is different. If you flip items short term, then older items like Katowice 2015 stickers aren't really ideal for you. Or if you have a low inventory value, why not gamble on a newer item or market trend? There's different strategies for different people and different dollar amounts. And I know that my recent video, some people didn't like how harsh I was on Antwerp, but it seems like people are taking on more risk than they need to. And that's just my opinion.